Welcome to Newosphere. My name's Gordon Burke and I'm spending the afternoon this afternoon with Tania Browitt from Tania Browitt Creative. Now Tania's an internationally recognised photographer. She lectures art and creativity. She defines and helps people define their purpose and their mission in life. And it's really interesting that Tania and I have had many a conversation around travelling through your life, understanding what you believe is your life's purpose, but needing to get out of your own way. Now you sort of say, well, what do you mean by needing to get out of your own way? Well, clearing out a whole lot of limiting beliefs about yourself and also balancing your thinking. So getting very clear and present. And so, Tania, thanks for joining us at Newosphere.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thanks for taking your time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
So the idea of getting rid of your limiting beliefs.
Absolutely. Limiting beliefs can be just a roadblock. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far, and I think getting out of your limited beliefs is probably the most important thing as a creator. Yeah? Of any kind. It just doesn't mean just creativity in the arts, as a creator, and for soul purpose as well.
Yeah. Getting connected with yourself and.
Well, yeah. When the limitations have gone, the true, authentic self is there.
Yeah.
And it's also honouring the true, authentic self and saying, "This is really who I am," and that takes some work.
Yeah, because all of us actually have a place. We all have a purpose, and we're all here to contribute and to grow and to be the best that we can be. And it's interesting, as I've shared in some of my other videos with others that are dedicated to developing themselves and delivering their messages to the world, is that if you're not growing, if you're not contributing, I think as Tom Zettler said, you'll get taken out of the pool. And what he meant taken out of the pool is, well, out you go, let someone else come in and contribute and grow. So if you're sort of have that feeling where you're stuck, or you're feeling that, perhaps there's more to life than what I'm in, or or is this as good as it gets? I mean, Tania and I've got a message for you with that, is
Absolutely.
That it's all about beliefs.
Yeah. It is, and a lot of people, when I do work with people, the ultimate thing is that they're stuck. They don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
And we've all come to those roadblocks. It's about faith in yourself, and it's about believing. Like I've had times where, I've developed my creative evolution, and got to a part where it was like, hang on, what's next? I can't see further than this moment now. And again, that is your soul telling you there's a roadblock, there's time for limited beliefs and limited notions that you have around your work and the things that you're trying to create that need to be abandoned and to be let go of.
Yeah, and that's another huge piece around the power of non-attachment, of actually being balanced in your thinking. Where you clearly understand, like the yin and yang, the black and white in the circle, going back to 3,000 years ago, where Chinese philosophy clearly identified that there is balance in everything in the universe. There is no good without bad. There is no happy without sad. There is no peace without war. It's fundamental to everything. And when you get balanced in your mind, you're in a position where your frontal cortex, the front part of your brain, comes online, and you become extremely creative, and not just from a creative in an arts perspective, but a creative in your life, that you can create whatever life you want if you get your thoughts clear and you balance your thinking and get rid of your limited beliefs. I'm living proof of it.
I totally agree.
And seeing how you work,
Well, it's called, well, for me, it's like totality of possibilities.
Yes.
Yeah, they're endless. And mind and heart, the resonation between them, and the resolve of mind and heart. And if we can get these two things to vibrate together on a higher vibration and a clear vibration. And when I'm talking about that, that means that the thoughts that are negative thoughts that you have about yourself or the projects you're creating, when you dissolve those, the heart seems freer. And once the heart's freer, the vision or that mindfulness that we're talking about, or that mindscape, is opened wider, and you have more choices, and you're not as attached, because you have more choices, and there's the anxiety that's been let go of. And I find the biggest gift that I've found lately is that less attachment to things. Less attachment gives you more choice. And as anybody that's in the creative arts, that's the thing. It's like being in what we call the zone, or being freely and purely attached to whatever is coming through you as a vehicle to express yourself. And that's amazing.
And it's interesting that Jim Carrey, the comedian, who's dedicated to personal development, talks about fear is part of everybody's life, and that it is actually practicality disguised fear. And that's what fear is.
And I also often call fear false evidence appearing real, which is another lovely way to put it. You know, if you run it downwards on a page and write that out, it really is. It is false evidence appearing real, or our illusion.
And one of the things, if we can think about, is anything negative that's happened in your life, with hindsight, you realise that it's not all negative. If you look at the old saying of every cloud has a silver lining, at the time you can't see that. And that's one of the things about really getting your limiting beliefs under control and balancing your thinking. I mean, I personally teach people, instead of it taking 5 years to see things are balanced, you can see it in the moment. That's part of getting your mind clear and getting your frontal cortex online. Because when you're frightened, you go into the bottom part of your brain, your reptilian part, the amygdala, which is the fight or flight response. And when you're in there, the brain is feeding energy and blood into that part of your mind. And so when you're fearful, you can't be creative.
And that's the thing, when you're saying that, it reminds me when I'm in front of a class. And a lot of students get really anxious and have a lot of anxiety, and I always say to them, just relax, because that again is they're in fight or flight, they're not learning, and also we seem to have all this pressure in this universe or in this world that we have to achieve and we have to be these things. It's not have to be, it's the desire. And so if we can remove that anxiety and let the frontal lobes relax and get into true purpose, then you see the magic. And I've witnessed this with my students, to see that total magic of their work, and then their belief just absolutely flows through them, and their creation is endless.
I mean, even Einstein, the greatest mind in history, talks about the mind controls the heart, and the heart is the intuitive gift. And that we've built a society that honours the mind that's designed, the rational mind that's designed to control the heart, and we've forgotten the intuitive gift. So, a message from me to everyone in Newosphere is the more you can get your heart and mind connected, the more that you can get fear out of your life by balancing your thinking and getting rid of the limiting beliefs of, chasing down the monsters in your head, that self-talk that when you're saying something to you, I'm creating this, and then the little words inside your head say, oh, but you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not...
This is what I teach.
And I've watched it.
It's exactly what I teach. It's like seeing something magical in every single person, and then eventually I gently maneuver people around with certain techniques and certain qualities of my techniques that I work with people and interface with people. And then eventually it's like holding the mirror up and going, here you go, this is what I've seen in you the whole time, when they finally see themselves. And I have these capabilities and methodology that works through that system and breaks through people and releases people, and basically gives them a breakthrough in their creative vision, and just feeling alive again and going, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, I've witnessed it.
It's great.
It's great.
Well,
Tania.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing your wisdom. That's great.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thanks everyone in the Newosphere community for listening and tuning in. And we look forward to bringing you more great content. Tania's going to share some more of her wisdom with us. If you found this information useful, or you've liked it, or it's helped, share and like this post. Let's get it out there to as many people as possible to inspire more and more people to live on purpose. So thanks for joining us at Newosphere. With gratitude, Gordon Burke.